This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, a podcast dedicated to the history and lore of the Final Fantasy series. Join us as we take a deep dive into the different worlds, characters, and so much more. Welcome back, Warriors of Light, to another episode of the Final Fantasy Lorecast. And I am one of your hosts, Ben of Temeria. And yeah, we've been away for a couple weeks because, holidays are a thing. We all want to spend time with family and have fun and just, have a respite of rest. But as normal, joining me today is my awesome other host, Trey.
Hello.
And we have a special guest, Sharp, who is joining us again.
What's up?
Steven couldn't join us, unfortunately. He is still on his vacation, as supposedly agonizing it was being sick at Disney World. But he's taking a long day of rest, so which he needs. He went to Epcot. He needs the rest.
Yes, well deserved, and we look forward to him coming back in the new year.
Oh, it would be the new year. Holy crap.
Yeah, dude, it's only 4 days away. I got to get those jokes in because people think it's corny when you're just like, oh, I'll see you next year when it's like a day or two. But 4 days, see, I got the good reaction. Jokes are all about timing.
Yeah, that's true. Jokes are all about timing. So today's episode is going to be pretty loose compared to our normal lore episodes. We actually are going to go over our favorite Final Fantasy characters in the first half of the show. In the second half, we are going to go over the details and speculations that we have for the upcoming Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is a sequel to the remake of Final Fantasy VII, which comes out in 2 months. 2 months.
Yeah. I've bullied you enough, and we're finally talking about it.
Right. And I will say, I still need to play the integrated chapters before I start and play Rebirth. But I think there's only like 3 or 4 integrate chapters. It's not really that long.
It's just the Yuffie.
Yeah, which there's 3 Yuffie chapters, 3 or 4 Yuffie chapters, and that's it.
Yeah, I think I got through it in 22 hours, and that was doing
that's
just about everything.
Well, you're playing it with the base game, right?
No, just the Yuffie part itself. I think it took me about 22 hours.
It took you 22 hours? Oh, I mean, that's a day. Dude, that's only a day.
They have this, they have a mini game, and it's like...
there it is.
Like Fort Condor in Final Fantasy VII, but it's mixed... What is it, like Clash of Clans, I think, where you set the things down and they walk forward and they attack each other, and you have there's flying ground, and there's 3... But it's got this great mini game that just sucks you in. And I bet of those 22 hours I think I put into it, 6 of it was doing that. And I really hope that they bring Fort Condor back because it was an excellent game. There was a lot of strategy to it. And I want to say there was 3 difficulty levels. And so it was one of those things that it was easy for beginners, but they were able to make it challenging. A lot like Gwent in The Witcher.
Oh, you know me. I love Gwent. I have Gwent cards literally right above me on my bookshelf right here because I love Gwent. But we are not talking about the Final Fantasy VII stuff quite yet. So we are going to get right into our favorite characters of the FF series. So I would say spend about 20 minutes or so talking about our favorite characters and then, do the show like normal. So, who wants to start first? Trey, Sharp? I know Sharp brought up the topic for today. I don't know if you have a specific one you want to go over.
Nope. I just couldn't think of a cool topic, and that's what I came up with.
Hey, that's fair. That's understandable. So, I think Trey had something to say.
Oh, the first one, I guess, to bring up, I've been playing Final Fantasy VIII a lot lately, I mean, really, I've been playing 7, 8, and 9. But Selphie in 8, I never cared for her. She was just the annoying schoolgirl who was not the love interest for the main character, and she just got pushed to the side for me on my first playthrough. But I've just really appreciated her. I think I just finished the first disc. So you go and you fight Ultima Cydia, I think's her name. But before that, Selphie, she's the new transfer. She's just got to the school, and when she finds out they're launching the missiles, you get to the traditional, oh, we have to split the party up part of the game. And she's the leader of it, and it's all because they're launching missiles back at her old base, basically. And I didn't appreciate the depth of her character and just the way she acts. And obviously they're just kids and that sucks, but she's the childish one of the group, but the way they're able to also make her into the leader, give her leadership qualities, show that she's not just the childish character. I didn't notice that before, but I really appreciated that on this last playthrough. And she has a great saying, "Booyaka."
Booyaka.
That's her greeting. Booyaka.
That's a Oh, okay. It's a greeting. Interesting. As soon as you said it, I was thinking Cyborg from DC, Booyah from Teen Titans.
I was thinking Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles, Booyakasha.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah.
And I will complete the trifecta with, I personally think of Rey Mysterio from wrestling, his theme song, and the way it starts off. So I love that all three of us had these positive things that we went to, and they were all three different. But no, I really like her in 8. I think she's really underappreciated. Irvine is still a loser. I don't like him at all. Zell is more obnoxious than I remembered. But again, that's probably just me being the grumpy old man now that I am, instead of the teenager I was when I last really went through it. But that's the only one that really stuck out for me from 8.
See, I like Zell from 8.
See, Zell was my favorite going into it, and now, and again, I'm just in the first part, so he hasn't really got to shine. I just got through the part, so you know how after you fight them and like Squall's getting interrogated, Zell's the guy who breaks you out because he fights with his fists, and he's like, I can fight. And I'm coming around a little bit on him, but that first disc, Zell is pretty insufferable.
See,
but that's how you get growth.
I like all the cheery people. Crack me up. And see, in 8, I know this is supposed to be our favorite, but I cannot stand Squall. Cannot stand him. Least favorite character in all Final Fantasy.
That's funny because obviously you guys know I haven't played 8 yet, and that is the most common thing I've heard with everyone who has played 8 is like, yeah, I don't like the main and protagonist. And it's like, oh, interesting. Compared to the last game, where Cloud is super like everybody loves, and like they go to the next game and it's like, yeah, no one likes Squall. I'm sorry, he has a cool gunblade, but yeah, that's it.
He did have an awesome gunblade.
But
no, I think he gets a little bit of a bad rap. 8 didn't go over as well as 7, and so with 8. A lot of the story is, so all of the characters, they were all in an orphanage together when they were kids, but when you're around the Guardian forces, the summons, it makes you forget. So all of these characters, in theory, they're just they don't have memories, they don't have past, so they're just kind of I'm trying to think of the right word for it.
Empty
what
vessels.
Was that movie? Elements, or what was the movie where it had the little red guy and he got angry and it was all about the girl's emotions in her head?
Inside Out?
Inside Out. For me, it seems like a lot of the characters kind of represent different emotions. Like Quizicist is kind of like the intelligent, Squall is like the brooding guy, Zell is the cheery go-getter. But none of, they don't have any depth because they don't really remember things, which is funny because Zell has a mom in the one town, but I guess he was like, it's probably his adopted mom would be my guess, because they all get like adopted out. But to me, I think Squall gets a bad rap, but he is very lame. He is very lame.
That's fair. So Sharp,
I was lame too when I was 16. Weren't you guys? Like 16 was pretty awkward.
we were in high school. Everyone who's in 16 is in high school. Yes, we were all awkward. But Sharp, what is yours?
The one that comes to my mind, and a lot of people don't like this character, but I love him because I have so much in common with this dude, and that would be Prompto from 15. The dude cracks me up. I love that he does the Final Fantasy like victory song when you win fights.
Yes.
The dude loves chocobos as much as I do. Like, I don't know. He also just kind of keeps the party kind of preppy.
He keeps the party preppy. He's the funny go-getter. Like, I can see, Prompto can be annoying from time to time.
Yeah. Well, and gameplay-wise, he is not very, reliable. But
gameplay-wise, he's kind of, like, completely useless. As a character, though, like, he's hilarious, and like you said, like doing the fanfare literally after like every fight or every so many fights is just freaking hysterical. And I was like, oh my god, why? Prompto, stop. But he's also very relatable to. I mean, that's the thing with 15. All the characters are very relatable to anybody. Like, you can relate to those characters night and day. Noctis, debatable, but. The king.
They really built out the other three: Gladius, Prompto, and
Ignis.
Ignis,
yeah,
blind boy.
Yeah, Ignis, Prompto, Gladius, and then Noctis. Noctis is the one like all ball out. Like, he's like, yeah, you could relate to him, but like, he likes to fish. Like that's really it. That and I'm engaged. Well, I have to go find my fiance.
They use him as the blank slate, and then they use his friends to tell the stories, and you're kind of that blank emotion. Yeah. Like you're Noctis.
That's true.
And you're the one that feels these feelings. And I think they do that on purpose.
Absolutely.
A little bit.
And then each of your companions got their own individual DLC with their own individual story, which fleshed them out even more. And explains why the way they are. I haven't played 15 in the DLC in a long time, so I don't quite remember Prompto's DLC too well.
I didn't. I started it. You start off in some building, and you get to run around. You get to use like assault rifles and all that. You get to use all these different guns and run around. So
do you take pictures, Sharp? Are you a photographer?
I only played like the first 5 minutes of it, and like I said, all you did was run around.
I meant in real life.
Oh no!
You said you're like Prompto. I didn't know how much you guys had in common. I'm just curious.
As in how much we have the love for the chocobos and how great they are.
Because chocobos are the best.
They are.
Chocobos are phenomenal.
I have a shirt that says my other ride is a chocobo.
I saw a thing going around. I don't have it on my phone handy, but it was a debate. Do you like your chocobos angry or happy? Because if you look at the chocobos in 16, they've got a very serious, angry war type face on them. But if you look at the ones in the 7 remake, they're a little bit brighter. Feathers. They look happier.
I mean, it makes sense though why they have different expressions. In 7, the chocobos are running free. In 16, there's constant war.
Look, man, I'm just saying that's the thing going around, and I thought it was interesting. I like the happy because I like the brighter. That's just kind of the chocobo thing for me. But like you said, it makes sense why they are the way they are in 16. Doesn't mean it's my preference.
That's true.
Yeah. In Final Fantasy Type 0, there's a pretty sad scene where a kid and a chocobo die together.
Oh,
It
why'd
was-
you
yeah.
have to tell me that? That's so depressing. Oh
Dude,
my
that game is
God.
depressing.
It
The
is.
first half,
Like, I
the
haven't.
beginning of that intro is all depressing.
I think I only played the intro of Type 0, and I was like, oh, this is different.
It's dark.
I am
It's very
so
dark.
glad that I've never played that. I don't think I will. No, I don't.
It's very dark.
Yeah. But gosh, my favorite character. Oh shoot, there's I have quite a bit, and lo and behold, they come from 14 because that's the game I play the most out of all the Final Fantasy games. I would say Estinian from Heaven's
Who's
Ward.
Estinian?
He is
Okay.
the
Let's see what this guy.
God. Oh shoot. It's after Lancer.
Dragoon.
Who's like a dragoon?
Thank God. Thank you. I don't know why that
I'm a
escaped
little
my head. I
Disappointed that
I
you
am
can't remember.
so sorry. I don't know why I couldn't remember Dragoon. I do too many podcasts, okay? That's my excuse.
So he's a
Like, wait,
dragoon,
dude,
but like what's
he's a
he?
dragoon. So you first meet him. Actually, he's in base game of 14, where
Is he the
when
one
you
that teaches you?
no, he is the Azure Dragoon in the base game, as he is in Heaven's Ward. When you get to your Dragoon storyline, your job story, you learn about Estinian. Your master was his master at one point, because your current teacher, or your teacher that gives you all your skills and everything, used to be an Azure Dragoon. And throughout that, you learn about Estinian. You learn like he went rogue from Ishgard, and to go and exact revenge against Nidhogg, who is a evil dragon and whatnot. And
That killed
towards
his entire family.
yes, this
I found
dragon,
his little story
his
here.
the Nidhogg literally wiped out his entire village. He is like one of the very only survivors. He becomes and learns to become a dragoon. He started to survive, and then he, I can use these powers and these abilities to kill the dragon that literally wiped out my entire village. So I'm going to go and do that. And throughout Heaven's Ward, you come across him even more, because it's dealing specifically with Ishgard and Nidhogg and all that. And you befriend Estinian throughout the campaign. You find out the Azure Dragoons use the power of a dragon to be Azure Dragoons. They use eyes, because in Final Fantasy, at least in 14, their dragon's powers, they come from their eyes. Well, Ishgard had one of Nidhogg's eyes, so they bestow the eye onto a singular dragoon, makes them the Azure Dragoon, specifically to guard Ishgard from dragon threat and to battle any evil dragons I come across, and mainly Nidhogg. And yeah, throughout their campaign,
he's a dragon slaying dragoon.
He's
who's
a dragon
avenging
slaying
his family.
Yes, but then gets corrupted by that power, and basically then kind of becomes evil himself until towards the end of the expansion and updates that they did in between, where you basically save him, and then he comes out like a changed man. Like, he has a whole redemption arc and everything. He starts as an arrogant dragoon, literally just going seeking revenge. He gets corrupted by power, and then the warrior light breaks that corruption.
Nice.
Really cool,
I also
really
had a
fun,
dragoon
and
on my list.
he actually does appear later in later expansions as well, and including the new one that's Dawn Trail that'll be coming out next year. But I have not experienced anything past like halfway through Stormblood yet, so
Sounds like he's going to be around for a while.
yeah.
Like,
and
I mean, maybe not. I guess if they were going to kill somebody off, he's already had a full arc. But
right, And fun fact, well, the thing is, he also becomes part of the main group. I can't remember the main group on the top of my head either. Oh my god, I am losing my mind today. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, that's what they are. He becomes a Scion, who is, in base game, are the quote-unquote Warriors of Light, to save the realm and all that. But you are the character you as the player character are the true Warrior Light. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Cool. He has really cool redemption arc and everything. And fun fact, the Dragoon that you fight in the prologue of 16 is voiced by the same actor.
I need to get a PS5 so I can play 16.
Is that Tiamat? Isn't that what they call him?
I don't know if did he have a name in the prologue? He's the Dragoon you fight as young Clive.
Oh no, he didn't have one. I was thinking,
right at the get go, towards the beginning.
I know what you're. Yeah, I was thinking of the Clive's boss. When you first come in.
But no, that Dragoon you fight as young Clive is literally Estinian because it's the same voice actor. It's great.
No, I had two Dragoons on my short list also. But what were you saying, Sharp? Sorry.
I was like, I did start Stranger in Paradise, and you fight Tiamat at the beginning of that game.
Yeah.
That's
a really good game too. If you can tolerate not having a compass and getting lost. I had to take a break from it when I was playing it because I got so frustrated. I felt I was just running in circles and I can't figure out where to go. And I'm just lost. I don't know what to do. So
that's a Souls.
It's like what it is. Right, but not in the good ways. But so my Dragoons, I had it narrowed down to Freya from 9, but I ended up picking Sid from 7 for my favorite characters. I love him because he showed up and he cussed more than Barrett, and 12-year-old me loved the character who cussed. Even though he was I didn't like how rude he was to his wife, who ended up with not being his wife. He told you very, very bluntly. But I enjoyed his story, like his redemption arc. He wanted to be an astronaut his whole life, the whole thing. He saves this woman, Shinra screws him over. I really liked his story. I liked his character. I like how he saves you with the tiny Bronco, and when Cloud goes into the coma, he kind of steps up and takes a little bit of a lead. What can I say? I'm a sucker for Sid. Pretty well in all of the Final Fantasy games. If Sid is a good character, I'm almost always a sucker for him. But 7 especially.
That's fair. But yeah, I mean, so at that point, I think is a good segue to get into our mid-break real quick. And when we come back from the mid-break, we will talk about Rebirth.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire, the no-show. Who set you back because they didn't show up on day 1, or day 2, or ever again. And now your product launch is delayed because you're talking to alien abduction podcasters to track them down. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can help make sure your next hire sticks. In fact, businesses who use LinkedIn are 24% less likely to reopen a role in the next 12 months. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
All right, welcome to the mid-break of the show where we talk about everything with the podcast that has nothing to do with the lore of Final Fantasy. And here I want to thank all of our patrons supporting us. Thank you. Thank you, Highland Cubby, for supporting us. It's always a great help. And
shout out to Cubby.
and it shows what we're doing is at least entertaining. And if you do want to support us, or if you want to join us on Patreon, you can join us at patreon.com/Final Fantasy Lorecast, where you can get ad-free episodes or even join us on the show once a month of the topic of your choosing. And then if you want to support us another way, you can support us on Apple and Spotify. If you leave a 5-star review on Apple or a comment on an episode on Spotify, we'll read out loud the next time on the show, as long as it has some nice words. And you can also find us on a few different Discord servers, the Robots Radio Discord and my own Discord, the Ben and Friends Podcasting, where you can find this show as well as the other shows that I host, which are the Holocron Histories, the Wizarding World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. And you can find this show live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, 5 p.m. Pacific, if I knew times, on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Ben of Temeria. And go follow, go get notified when I go live, because I'm trying to get affiliate, and I am so close. So all the views, I just need average viewers of 3. With all the average viewers, it would help me tremendously. So, yeah. You have anything to add, Trey?
No, what I'm excited for, we're getting ready to talk about, because it's coming in 2 months.
True, that is true. So with that note, we are going to jump right back in.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast instead of doom scrolling? Smart move. Another smart move? Getting help from one of State Farm's 19,000 local agents when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel, maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
All right, we're back. And now we get to talk about the anticipated Rebirth, the sequel to the FF7 remake from 2020. Was it 2020? Yeah, it was 2020. It came out during COVID.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it came out during COVID because I was still working at GameStop at the time, and people were mad because we were close to the public. We were still open, but we were close to the public, so they couldn't come inside the store to pick up their game. I had to do everything at the door, and it was the most annoying thing ever. But people were like, I need the game. I need the game. It's like, I know. I got you. It's okay. This is what we're going to have to do for the next God knows how long.
Before I forget, we're all excited about this, right? We're all
amped. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Even though we know there's going to be a third game, we know it's not like tying up. We're all amped about this, right?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Sharp. We're all excited about this.
Oh
right?
yeah. Sorry, okay, I was not in my head.
So I would just like to take a minute. I too am unbelievably excited about this, and I've seen a lot of backlash because there's reports that studios are planning on, instead of having one game, breaking games up into parts and selling them in parts. For me, that's all this is doing. It's taking Final Fantasy VII, and it's like, we're going to break this up into parts, and we're going to make all of these parts freaking amazing and top tier. And for me, I don't see this as a bad thing.
So so coming from, gaming retail background and whatnot, I understand everyone's concern and everyone's what's the word I'm looking
Much
for?
like how Fortnite has turned every game into a battle pass
we don't
game.
Yeah, we don't talk about Fortnite.
I love
despise
Fortnite,
that game.
I'm late to the Fortnite
so
game,
much.
but I just started and it's fantastic.
Oh no, you weren't working at GameStop when Fortnite came out.
I've never worked at GameStop. I would never want to do that to myself.
It's a fun job. I won't say too much about the company, but it is a fun job, and I did learn a lot, and it was a great 8 years of my career.
I worked there when the Xbox One and PS4 came out.
Yeah, I worked there too.
And then I quit immediately after.
But
I worked there for 2 years.
I worked there for almost a decade. But no, Fortnite when GameStop, working at GameStop when Fortnite dropped, it was dreadful. Though it was funny when they turned off the servers for a few days when they did the whole redo of the first map. That was fantastic because everybody was coming in, freaking out. It's like, oh my god, Fortnite shut down.
I didn't mean to turn it
money.
into a Fortnite thing. I wanted to point out that I think if done correctly, this
episodic
Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, people aren't complaining about these things when they're done and executed properly.
Right.
So for me, I think this is the perfect example of doing it correctly.
Which again, I was trying to get into, I do understand everyone's complaints and everyone's worries of the 7 remake series being an episodic thing, but the original creator for 7 is literally the direct, working on the game with everyone. He's overseeing everything, and he's able to add everything. A lot of the things they originally cut from the original 7 into the game now because they're doing it episodically. And he gets to change things up just for the heck of it because he wants to. And they're done great.
I mean, as long as they keep with that, I don't think you're going to get any complaints from anybody.
Oh, God, no.
If you come in with full story, if you give me a full $60, $70 game, great graphics, my money's worth, then bring it.
It'll be worth it.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, but if you're coming at me with 5-hour, 10-hour game, I mean, still look good, but only a 10-hour game, I mean, I would throw a fit.
That's understandable.
70.
But the thing with Final Fantasy,
spoilers.
Yes, at this point there's going to be spoilers, and to comment with Sharp, what Final Fantasy game is not at least 40 to 50 hours?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's the one thing that all the Final Fantasy games have in common. But anyway, into Rebirth. So we all three of us recently rewatched the trailers, and that came out during the summer game show, and the one that came out I think a month ago or so with the
just a few weeks ago.
Was it a few weeks? I thought it was longer than a few weeks.
A few weeks and a month are literally a week difference. So
fair. But the one with Air singing
pretty close,
in the trailer, and I will say there's some interesting things going to
2
happen.
weeks ago, actually.
From what page?
YouTube from Final Fantasy.
Oh, 2 weeks ago?
You think they aren't uploading it on YouTube?
Yeah.
It might be 2 weeks and 6 days, but it
feel
says
like
2
that
weeks.
came out longer than 2 weeks ago.
Since you wanted to throw a fit,
whoa.
a few weeks.
Okay, that's fair. Enough of that. But we watched the trailers, the newer trailers and everything, and I have to say there's some interesting things that are obviously completely different from the original. Something about Cloud being disappeared for 5 years, supposedly.
Well, that was in the original.
Oh yeah, it's true. And then I'm honestly more curious about the whole Zack stuff.
Well, so at the end of remake, you've had Sephiroth trying to interfere. You've had the Whispers trying to keep Fate.
You mean
on
the
track.
Dementors?
Yeah, the Dementors. You've had the Whispers trying to keep Fate on track, and then you finally break free of that, and you break your free will or whatever. Things had changed before that, like big surviving stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that opening up the door, like it just opens up the floodgates for the things that we are excited about. Like, what is it you said? You were like, you had missed it the first time you watched it, but something about Zach.
Yeah. So I didn't realize. So Zach is talking to Biggs in the game trailer, the Summer Games trailer. He's talking to Biggs, and you see in the background, literally, it's Tifa, or no, it's Jesse, Tifa, Barrett, and not Biggs, it's the other one. What's his
Wedge?
Wedge, thank you. I don't know how I forget him too. All of them have X's on them, but Biggs is still not X'd out. But he's talking to Zach, and I was like, so is this like present day? Is this an alternate timeline? Like, what are we looking at here? And the other thing,
I mean, I think everyone's presumed dead, because like we know Tifa and Barrett aren't dead.
True,
but I think we're pretty sure about Wedge and Jesse, if I remember it correctly. From
Wedge and Jesse are officially they're dead. But Biggs,
Sharp, I don't remember if you beat remake or not.
I did not. I was looking at the trailer again, trying to find that part. I kind of want to see it again while you guys were talking there for a second.
Oh yeah, you're good. But yeah, Biggs at the very end of the remake, we see a cutscene and Biggs is in bed waking up with, like, you see Jesse's bracelet and Wedge's, like, I think glove or goggles or something on his bedside.
It's 26 seconds or so, Sharp, just so you know.
And
and that's one of the things I wrote down is that conversation. I really liked that, and it seems like Golden Saucer is going to be a big part of this, and that's going to be a lot of fun, vibrant, bright colors, happy, upbeat music. And then we're going to have this side with Biggs and that survivor guilt he's facing and dealing with. And then we're also going to have later in the trailer, you get Dean from Mount Coral with Barrett talking to him about Marlene. So we're going to have all of this great fun at the Gold Saucer, sandwiched with these two just tragic, terrible things.
Yeah, it's interesting that there's like this interesting, like, there's two stories going on at this point. There's one with Cloud, and then you have the one with Zach. But the thing is, the main thing, and obviously this is spoilers, in the original game, Zach's dead. He is full on dead. That's how Cloud gets the Buster Sword.
Mm-hmm.
But with the remake, somehow he's not dead, or it's an alternate timeline thing, because you have those fate time Dementor things.
Well, time is just like a flat thing in 7, like with the live stream, everything's happening
you're
all
right.
Situation. So
yeah, but
so them fighting the Whispers and breaking that's what enables Zach to survive, and that's what breaks the timeline of fate.
So this is why I need to play the remake, because I know nothing about these little demon people.
They literally
they literally look like Dementors. They're little black.
Have you ever watched?
I've seen them, and I said, I played the game, so I've seen them. But I never got far enough where I understood what their purpose is or why they're there.
They're
the Whispers of Fate.
Either they're there to correct the timeline. So when you go and play in the remake, these time Dementor, fate Dementors, or whatever you want to call them, Whispers are roaming around, and they only pop up during like very specific times throughout the game when it's like a pivotal moment, when you when something major is going to either change. Like in Shinra Tower, Barrett was supposed to like get shot and I think he died originally, or
Sephiroth stabs him.
It stabs him, and then the fate and the Whispers come in and like completely reverse it. Like he never got hurt.
They do have them pop up early in the game, sometimes doing like mundane things. Like I don't remember what it is you're supposed to do, but you're getting there too quickly, so the Whispers literally just circle you and just stall you long enough. I think it's like you meet Aerith and you bump
It's
into
literally
her.
right when you meet Aerith, and then right after you
Yeah,
meet Aerith.
but they do it a couple other times throughout the game, kind of hinting at their meaning before they come out and say it later on. It's nice the way they subtly kind of, when you replay the game and you see the whispers pop up, in your head, you're like, wait, what is this correcting? What is it they're trying to fix? So when you do go back and play it, it is very rewarding trying to figure out the puzzle pieces.
Right. And so obviously there's things in Rebirth that are going to be completely different from the original. And another big one I didn't realize and like really never looked in, like, apparently I like wasn't really paying too much attention when the first time I watched the trailer, where Yuffie tries to kill Sephiroth, literally, because he killed her father.
That was Tifa.
That's Tifa.
Is that Tifa? No.
She wears
That's
that cowboy hat and stuff in the flashback. That's a flashback you're seeing.
Yeah.
No, it's Yuffie in the trailer.
I can promise you.
Pretty
you're
sure
wrong.
it's Yuffie. I mean, I might be wrong. I don't know. It looked like Yuffie.
Well, at least in
Well,
the original game, Tifa attacks Sephiroth.
Yeah,
Not
that's
Yuffie.
Those you love,
Did I say? Whoever.
and that's the catalyst for
They
Cloud
say those you
getting the power.
You burst my
the inner power of going Super Saiyan and being able to kill Sephiroth, because he sees him strike down his childhood love, basically, and then he goes crazy because he kills Zack, he kills Tifa, it looks like, and then he stabs Cloud, the whole thing. But with Yuffie, I liked how when the purple, like in the trailer, when she's there and the purple stuff pops up, it has her freak. I try not to cuss as much on it. Just freak the F out on the, like, she just loses it and runs away in the trailer. And if you play the remake or the intergrade part, it really ties into that purple thing. And I can't remember what they're called. The underground people from Dirge of Cerberus. But that whole group of people, it really ties into that with Weiss and all them. And I can't wait to see them kind of bring all that together with it too. And I really enjoyed Yuffie running away from it and continuing all of that.
So it was Tifa. I rewatched the snippet. The why I got confused was the Yuffie running away was literally right before that. And it was just so quick. I didn't see the hat and didn't realize it was Tifa. That's my bad.
The running away part's pretty awesome, though, right?
It is awesome, yes. Oh, I absolutely agree.
Whoever the voice actress is, she does such a great job of just having this terror in her voice as she's running away. And I'm so excited for the whole game. They have Sid being super nice to Aerith, and there's a clip going around because he's all like, "Oh, how may I assist you?" And in 7, the real game, he's an asshole. And he's like, "Go get me a beer." And I don't know if you guys watched It's Always Sunny, but there's a clip from Charlie, and he goes, "I'm something. Go get me a goddamn beer, bitch." And it was going around the Final Fantasy VII subreddit for like a good week and a half.
Oh,
and
my
I'm gonna
God.
find it, put it in the Discord. when we're done
Anyway,
here.
but yeah, so there's that. Red 13 is a playable character this time around, which is awesome, because who doesn't want an awesome is he a dog or like a lion? Red's a lion, isn't he?
He's Nanaki.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They live like 300 years. Like he's just he's Nanaki.
And then
I don't remember what they are. Damn.
we see, oh god, I cannot remember his name.
Vincent.
Thank you.
Vincent.
He's appeared now.
Yeah, I'm really excited for him.
It was confirmed
Yes.
Vincent is going to be how Red was in the remake, where he's not playable, but he's still in your party, and he's able to do like assists here and there. But that's it. He's not a playable character.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, right. I mean, he's there though. That's the important part.
All right, while we're talking about Vincent, I want to pause for a second. How would we feel about them coming out with a shooter with Vincent? Like Dirge of Cerberus, like whether it's
Do
a
it.
remake of Dirge of Cerberus and trying to turn it into like a better shooter, or just a complete different direction.
Do something like they did.
I, for one, would I for one want to know, because Dirge of Cerberus had like the Fortnite, the third person view, didn't it, Sharp?
I never played it. I never
thanks.
played. Sorry.
Well, thanks.
And it's really messed up because like I really enjoyed Vincent when I was a kid when I played Final Fantasy. Vincent and Red 13 were my favorite characters when I first played those.
And they're both in Rebirth. Look at that.
Yeah, but also around that time when Dirge of Cerberus or whatever came out, it was a time where I was really into sports and I did not play it. So
I didn't play it either, but I think I would enjoy them doing, even if it's like a DLC and it's just like a 15-20 hour Vincent thing. I would enjoy them doing a shooter thing with Vincent.
I can see them doing something like what they did with Yuffie, and do like integrate or like somehow do like side chapters specifically with Vincent. I can see them possibly doing something like that, but that also depends on where the story goes. Like, we don't know how the story is going to play out with Rebirth yet.
Well, in the trailers, we know we go to Calm and we get the story thing. We know that's confirmed.
Well, yeah, but we don't know
we're going to Mount Coral.
We don't know if there's like any like real big alterations yet.
No, I mean. So the biggest one I saw was you see Zack with Elmira in the one thing, but then you see Zack with Cloud in the wheelchair, and it looks like he's in his Mako coma. But then at the end of the trailer, it looks like Aerith is laying there also in a coma beside him, which is new. She had already, I think, went off to the Ancients at that point.
I can't remember, but
maybe it was after. But the fact that she's there in that coma. Is something that's different right there.
Right there is a real big one where Zack and Myra, right?
Marlene.
Zack and Marlene are literally talking to each other while Cloud is literally zonked out. And I was like, are we not noticing who's in the background in this and how she's talking to Zack?
Sharp, how do you think it's going to play out?
And
what I missed?
Oh, I called you out. I said, how do you think it's going to play out? You were quiet for a minute, and I wanted to make you talk.
Well, you had me interested on the Cerberus game, and yes, it's over the shoulder. So I looked at a real quick video. I don't know. Well, one of my questions was, but now that it's I see that's in like the same timeline. I was wondering if they're going to add a little bit of Crisis Core to it, but that wouldn't make any sense with it being in this while they're all in the same.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Because Crisis Core takes place before the events.
Correct.
Like Genesis and all that.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to go back and forth and just sprinkle a little bit more of Zack's story in there. But then, like I said, when I first watched it, I didn't notice that he was talking to Big.
That's fair. I mean, that's a fair assumption.
I think we're going.
But
so they have a couple guys hidden.
Crisis Core got its own remake. So.
No, I think we get Kunzel, and I think Genesis pops up. I think he's the hidden character that they're not showing on the little item things. I do think we get some things from Crisis Core playing a factor, along with the underground people, because they already showed up in Yuffie. So I do think Crisis Core. I don't think we get like flashbacks and we like go back and play it because, like Ben said, we already got the remake. But I do think the characters from Crisis Core are going to play a factor.
Oh, yeah.
Not necessarily go back and play, but since we have Final Fantasy VII and we have Crisis Core, will they do more flashbacks like in this game showing?
Oh, as like a cutscene kind of a thing.
Correct. Yeah, not going back
not
and
actual
playing,
play,
like,
but get
events.
cutscenes out of with Zack's perspective and everything.
Yeah.
What about the whole Zack getting notified? It's like, you need, like, when she wakes up, you have to tell her she's going to die or she's going to get like stabbed.
He's going to kill her.
He's going to kill her.
He's going to kill her.
Yeah, and I was like, what? So for one, Barrett's daughter is somehow like a seer and can see into the future. Though this could also be something to do with the Whispers, or it could be the live stream, or it could be some magical BS that we don't know about yet.
Well, so in Remake, Aerith talks to her through like the water. So kind of telepathically, she can kind of speak through the water. So I think Marlene might have some of that power too. There are fan theories that she's going to be an ancient also, but I don't think so.
Yeah, who knows? But just getting the heads up of, hey, when she wakes up, you need to tell her bad man's coming after to kill her. And then I'm curious, is like, okay, cool. She tells Zax that, but like, how is Zack in present day to tell Aerith? Like, that's what I'm...
He's sitting there with Cloud.
Yeah, but like, he's also kind of blurred in the background, so is it like the background's kind of blurred a little bit, so is it like, is this present day? Is this like an alternate thing? Is this something like to do with the live stream? Like, it's... Who knows? But interesting.
Oh no, I think it's present day. Like, he's talking to Marlene. She's 5. It can't be, that's not like it can be too far back. I think that's like the warning for what happens in the original game. Sephiroth comes down and kills Aerith.
Oh yeah, I mean, at the very end of the
they say this game goes
trailer.
to that moment.
Yeah,
that moment. Okay.
Because
in
the newest trailer, we have literally, it's going to, like, the end of that trailer is the start of that scene. Aerith is literally praying, and 2 black bird feathers start dropping down. Who could that be?
Yeah, but in the original, they didn't show him as the one-winged angel, right?
True, they did not. So he wasn't a one-winged angel at all yet. And when you go and play the remake, he's a one-winged angel already.
In that game? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to play it.
It is.
Is that when he first shows up in 7? When does he first show up in the original?
In the original, it's literally calm. It's literally that scene with Aerith. That's his first appearance.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think he just drops in and takes her out.
Yep.
No, I think he.
Well, no, there was the bridge scene.
You mess with
Cloud, right?
Because you have to walk it. You have to walk in the black materia.
Try and think here.
It's been so long since I played the original 7.
I know, right?
And I apologize.
Right, yeah, I know.
And it's like weird.
But either way, So what I think happens is Marlene gets to warn him. Aerith, you save Aerith at the end of this one. Zack and Cloud team up, save Aerith, and then at the end of the next one, I think they're really going to stick it to us. And Sephiroth's going to kill Zack, and we're going to have to like either kill Aerith ourselves or let her die to save the planet, because that's just the way it has to be.
That would be interesting. That would be a plot.
So I think
twist.
which is kind of it sucks that we don't get the happy ending at the end. We get the happy ending in the middle game, but it would just be such a full circle story.
Now I will say this. With the newest, it's not Crisis Core, it's what's the new mobile game they did with 7 specifically?
Ever Crisis.
Thank you. In that game specifically, there is a special 2-man combo of Cloud and Zack teaming up to do a special. And they're all in the animation and the style as the remakes. So I'm
excited to see dual Buster Sword combos with Zack and Cloud both having theirs.
That'd be
so
awesome.
I did see that in the trailer. Was that in the remake too, where like you could combo off other characters? Or
yes.
Is that new for Rebirth?
No, that they did that in the remake where you can combo off of each other.
Like, now, I didn't play it.
Now Rebirth is much more refined and much like the combos are much more flashier.
Yeah, it was a very limited.
It was a very limited.
What you
combos.
saw in the trailer is not anything like what it was like in
the remake.
What I saw I saw Cloud pick up Kate Sith and spin around with him, I was like, I'm all in for this game right now.
Or I loved the Aerith and Tifa combo where Aerith pulls up a bubble shield and Tifa's literally just bouncing around in it, literally striking everything.
Yeah,
it was great. Or Tifa and Red, they do that ninja fire combo.
Oh yeah, that was cool. You mentioned Tifa and Aerith. So one thing I noticed, you earlier mentioned the 5 years. what I think I'm going to like about the remake, from what I remember about OG, it was always told from Cloud's perspective up until he went into the coma. So, like for instance, we get Aerith and Tifa, we get to hear them talking, speculating about what happened with Cloud, and she's like, well, "Why don't you just ask Cloud?" And Aerith's like, "Well, she kind of dances around it a little bit," but we didn't get that.
Well, no, Tifa is
and getting to explore that. I think is really cool.
I thought Aerith said in the trailer, "Is like, why are you asking me?" To Tifa, because Tifa's asking all these questions to Aerith, and it's like, why are you asking me? Right. It's like, I wasn't with them.
But I'm pretty sure we don't get that the storytelling perspective from anything other than Cloud's point of view. And so them getting to, like you say, having the original director getting to expand on his story, I think it's just, I'm so hyped. I'm so excited about this game. All of the Golden Saucer looks amazing. While he's there, it looked like there was like a big demon-looking guy, and then he had like a cat. It looked almost Kate Sith-like.
So that is a play. That's Barrett in a costume.
Is it? Okay, that's Barrett in a costume.
Because you see his Gatling gun. That's a play. Like I'd imagine it's going to be something similar to like the Beehive Club, where it's going to be something similar to that. To where it's like kind of mini game throughout the story where you have to do something. So, but yeah, Rebirth looks great. I'm excited. It's going to be different. It's going to be adding a lot to the series. Like we've been saying, the original creators on board with the whole entire project. The FF7 project team is separate from all the other teams that make the Final Fantasy. Like there's the Final Fantasy 14 team. You have the core team that makes all the numbered Final Fantasy games, and then we have a team specifically for the Final Fantasy VII project that do nothing but work on Final Fantasy VII. So I'm excited. It's great. We're finally getting it. That's all that matters. Honestly, it's been a long 3-ish, 4-ish years. Well, yeah, it'd be 4 years because the remake came out in March.
Yep.
It came out literally during the first month of COVID. So that would have been March.
I'm playing Crisis Core in January. I'm going to play the remake in February, and then this comes out at the very end. So it's just going to be 2024 is going to start off perfect for me.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great. And yeah, 2024 is already looking up. We have the Rebirth coming right at the get-go. And I'm excited. I have Star Wars Outlaws supposed to come out sometime next year. Who knows when, but we're going to be supposedly getting it. And who knows what else we'll get. I'm excited. So, before we end the show, I was ask our guests, Sharp, do you have anything to share before we end the episode, or any final thoughts or anything?
I will say, if you guys, or if anyone listening likes the game Apex, in January, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will have a crossover, so some of those characters will get skins.
Whoa. You're saying there's a crossover with Apex Legends?
Yes.
What?
The Vincent skin is going to Wraith, who's a female.
Interesting.
Cloud skin is going to Crypto, who is the least picked legend in the game. So I thought that was a very weird choice of.
But yeah, but then now people are going to pick him specifically for that skin.
I beg to differ. That's so terrible.
I don't play Apex.
Yeah. And then Aerith is going to Horizon. That's the only 3 that we know for sure. There's probably gonna be more when the event actually drops. But yeah, it happens in January. So I think it's like January 20th or 19th or something like that.
That's awesome. And then also stay tuned for Final Fantasy 14 news. We're supposed to get a crossover with the 16 with 14, to where we get Turgle Is it Turgle? Yeah, Turgle, the dog, as a mount and pet, and we get to fight Ifrit with Clive. So that'd be fun. And it's the Ifrit not from 14, it's the Ifrit from 16. So it's the big monstrous looking one, not the... Well, 14's Ifrit's also pretty monstrous, but he's more lizard-like. Much more lizard-like. But anyway, yeah, stay tuned for that stuff. So, yeah, Trey, do you have any final thoughts before we sign off?
Nope. If anyone's on Threads, you can find me on Threads at Finally.
There you go.
I just downloaded Threads.
There you go, people. So, with that being said, thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, and may the crystals guide you. Thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net. You can find us on Twitter at FFLorecast, and you can email us at fflorecast@gmail.com.